All right. I'm trying to piece these together to make them all work.
Okay.
Here's kind of a silly story.
All right.
You're going to love this. In Germany, as we know, the Germans have no sense of humor.
Yeah, they don't.
The court has ruled that tenants in a rental properties.
Now, wait a minute. Before you go any further,
Yes.
is this one specific place, or is it all tenants in all rental properties?
I'm thinking that this is the law of the land.
Okay. All right.
Tenants may pee standing up. The German court rules.
They needed a ruling on this?
Well, apparently they do.
Okay. Holy smokes. What the fuck is going on in Germany?
Well, this is the feminization of women, or men,
I guess. Jeez.
Berlin, Germany. Tenants of a rented apartment may stand up while peeing in their own bathroom and not worry about the consequences, a German court said on Thursday.
How does this even get to a court?
Well, there's a whole dissertation here how this came to be.
All right.
The district court in the western city of Dusseldorf ruled in favor of a man suing the owner of his flat for the full refund of his €3,000, that's $3,400 American, deposit. The court said in a ruling obtained by the national news agency DPA. The proprietor had told the tenant he would withhold €1,900 because the marble floor of the washroom was permanently stained by splashed pee.
Oh, God.
Judge Stefan Hank agreed that the experts report that it was, in fact, uric acid that had eaten through the floor, but said that standing to urinate was widespread. So basically, this guy was not a great aimer.
Guess not.
He stained the marble floor tile around the toilet, and his landlord was withholding his deposit because of the stained marble floor.
Okay.
He said that the flat's owner should have made his tenant aware that the marble was highly vulnerable.
Yeah, or maybe not put in this fucking highly vulnerable
tile in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Use linoleum or something, or use,
Yeah, of all your rooms in your house, the bathroom is the one room that you're a little more careful with as far as your walls and your fixtures and your, and everything because of the water.
Right.
Okay.
And marble has a tendency to be somewhat porous.
Right.
So it will absorb that and you'll never get it out.
Right.
Despite the increasingly domestication of men in this area, urinating while standing up is indeed still a common practice, Hank said.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Whoa. Stop right there. That line was written like they're trying to train the guys not to take a piss standing up.
From what I understand and what I've read other places, that is the case.
In Europe?
In Europe.
What in the hell?
Well, again, this comes down to that whole political correctness and trying to more or less the feminization of men.
Good God.
It's the whole equal thing. Women can't stand up to pee, so men need to sit down and pee.
Fuck
to be on equal plane with the women.
Fuck off.
That's the mindset. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Just a quick one for all you dick-pulling motherfuckers in the chat room. I pee standing up and will continue to do so.
Just don't get it on the marble floor, will you?
I'll get it on the marble floor if I want to. Fuck you, pal.
So that is what I understand that the modern culture in Europe is.
Whatever. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So anyway, getting back to that line, I'll read that again. Despite the increasing domestication of women or of men in this area,
oh my God,
urinating while standing up is indeed still a common practice, Hank said in the ruling. Someone who still practices this previously dominant custom, is regularly confronted with significant disputes, particularly with female cohabitants. However, normally he must not reckon with damage to the marble floor of the bathroom or a guest toilet. Tenants' rights are a frequent subject of litigation in Germany. Last June, the same Dusseldorf court ruled that an elderly smoker must vacate his home of around 40 years after neighbors complained about his cigarette smoke. It said that the pensioner had not tried to prevent smoke from seeping into the communal hallway of the apartment building and had failed to adequately air his flat and empty his ashtrays, it said.
Was he forced?
Yeah, they said that
so they went to court. I didn't hear that they said they forced him out.
It said last June, the same Dusseldorf court ruled that an elderly smoker must vacate his home.
Why?
Of around 40 years after neighbors complained about his cigarette smoke.
You know what? I could sort of see that one a little bit. A little bit.
I bet you he had Snake Man as a neighbor.
Snake Man lived upstairs.
Yeah. Remember his whole blog, how he wrote about how the neighbor was smoking?
We talked to him about it.
Yeah.
Remember, we had him on the phone to ask him if he was going to be home.
Sure.
And if he was healthy.
He was going to have to move out because the smoke was coming through the vent.
It was hurting the dog.
Yeah. He was getting all of his concert T-shirts that he's collected over the years, all smoky smelling.
That's right. Have you seen the Snake Man lately?
No, I have not.
He grew this fucking ridiculous beard. Let me find it if I can see if I can find it.
So anyway.
Go ahead.
Over there in Germany, you can still pee standing up. Because it's still a widely practiced, tradition.
Thank God for that.
So, if you stain up the floor because you have a poor aim, you're not responsible.
There you go. I just linked. Go to that link and look at Snake Man's beard.
Old Snaky.
Holy smokes.
Where are you? Where's the conversation pit? Okay, there it is. Snake Man. Yeah, he's a bizarre looking guy. For a guy who never has any money, I don't know how he always affords tattoos and, all that jewelry and shit he wears.
Well, that's just the extra stuff that he didn't sell.
I guess. He's a bizarre guy.
Yeah, he is.
Weirdo.
That's a beard, though, huh?
Yeah, I would say. Thinks he's one of the guys from Duck Dynasty or something. I'm famous. I'm on Duck Dynasty. Wow. All right. All right. Well, I want to take a short break.
All right, me too.
Got a couple of quick stories to get to, and we'll wrap up the show.
All right.
I want to get into this whole Lita Ford thing.
Oh, yeah, we definitely need to do that.
So I want to talk about that because I don't know a lot about it, so I'm going to have to rely on you a little bit.
Okay.
But anyway, you got a song you'd like to hear?
How about something else from how about something from Night Demon?
Okay.
Don't care what, because I don't really know the song titles.
All right.
That'll make Bartek fucking spank for 4 minutes.
Nice.
So that'll probably be 3 orgasms for him.
All right. Well, all right. Curse of the Damned from Night Demon.
Yeah.
Let's play Living Dangerous.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Well, we're going to play a couple songs. We'll be back, and then we'll wrap up the show. So here it is. It's Night Demon from their Curse of the Damned release. This is Living Dangerous exclusively here
On your classic metal